like to call to order the Proctor City Council meeting for Monday, June 20th, 2022. Could you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Perform roll call at this time. Councilor Benson.
Present.
Councilor Reuter.
Present.
Councilor Johnson.
Present.
Councilor DeWall.
Present.
Mayor Ward is also present. Please have the minutes reflect all others in attendance. Looking for a motion to approve the City Council meeting minutes from Monday, June 6, 2022.
So moved.
Councilor Reuter made the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Sent by Councilor DeWall. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion passes. Looking for a motion to approve the agenda. We do have a guest in the audience, so I would propose that we move 5F up to 5A. And with that being said, we'll entertain a motion. Councilor Benson made the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Councilor Johnson seconds that. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion passes. At this time, we'll suspend the regular city council meeting and open our public hearing, adopting Code of Ordinances, Ordinance 02-22. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak on the Code of Ordinances? And if you are watching from home, you can call in 218-628-6289. We'll give that a minute or so. Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to close our public hearing.
So moved.
Councilor Reuter made the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilor DeWall. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion passes, and we'll resume the regular city council meeting. We'll take comments and suggestions from citizens present at this time. The public comment and suggestion period of this meeting is when the city council offers a time for everyone in attendance or watching from home to address the city council. Once we move on from public comment and suggestion period of the meeting, members of the public will no longer be allowed to address the council unless the mayor acknowledges you. As a general rule, the council will listen to all comments but will not comment on or respond to any comments made by speakers. The council will not engage in dialogue. However, any council member can ask questions. If you'd like to address City Council during public comment and suggestion period of the meeting, please come forward to the podium or dial 218-628-6289. Before you begin, please state your name and address for the meeting minutes. Comments are limited to 3 minutes. Anyone addressing the City Council will be prohibited from using obscene, profane, or threatening language or boisterous conduct that disrupts the meeting or the security of the public. Is there anyone at this time that is interested in participating in the public comment and suggestion period of this meeting? And we'll give that a minute too. Hearing none, we'll move on. Looking for a motion to approve the consent agenda. I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilor Johnson. Any further discussion?
Yes, ma'am.
Councilor Benson.
2B and C, please, to be removed.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion passes. That will bring us to 2B, committee reports, PETA minutes, May 10th, 2022. Councilor Benson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just, I'm sure it was an editing thing. Meeting started at 6:03, but the meeting was closed under 13D at 6:02.
We went back in time.
That's a time.
We're good. Thank you, Counselor.
And under 2C, if I could call your attention to, I think it is 8D. The Boundary Avenue 9th Street intersection. I was kind of, we've been talking about that for a number of years. And I recall back when someone who didn't live on my street said, that street needs a stop sign. And within a week, the stop sign was there. So I was just kind of wondering what the concern is for Boundary Avenue and 9th Street.
Boundary and 9th, yeah, right where the old hockey arena was.
Yeah, so you have
You have a stop sign coming out of the arena.
on the north side and east side.
Yep, and then the other two don't. So
Right.
there was a concern, a few times I've heard it now, where car coming down 9th and one going up Boundary. The one coming down 9th was heading straight into the old hockey arena. The
Yeah.
other one was turning, and near misses on both times, so.
And yesterday was another example.
Yesterday was another one.
Um,
So I brought it to Public Safety, and Administrator Rich was working with SEH on that, and the street guys.
Yeah, I know the topic came back and forth, and at one time there was a concern because it was on the Duluth side, but that's not a concern anymore, but it's still Boundary Avenue. I think that portion is still county. So I was just trying to mitigate any sort of potential accident.
Thank you.
That concludes my questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions regarding either 2B or 2C? Hearing none, we'll move on to 3A, Clerk Advises Council, I-35 Steering Committee. Administrator Rich.
So the city of Proctor has officially been asked to be on the steering committee for the I-35 study. They requested someone from the staff, so that's why I did not bring it to this council or PETA or another committee. And with your permission, I would like to sit on that steering committee.
I'll make a motion to have Administrator Rich sit on the I-35 Steering Committee if there's a second. Holy, I think we got 3 counselors a second. That will go Counselor Johnson. Any further discussion?
As long as it's alphabetical.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion passes. 3B, sand salt shed update, rebid opening June 23rd, 2022 at 1:30. Administrator Rich.
That is just an update that the rebid for the sand salt facility and the groundwork, those bids will be opened, and we're hoping for better news. Puck has scheduled a special meeting so that they can hopefully approve, or they've changed their meeting time so that they can approve if there's good news, and then it'll come to council the first meeting in July.
Thank you. Any questions regarding the rebid?
It,
Counselor Benson?
In this bidding process, it goes to the public utilities first? and
It
then-
doesn't have to, but if we wait, then
Yeah,
public, yeah. So the order is,
Time.
yeah,
sensitive,
we,
No, I
Yeah.
would rather have it expedited, so.
Yeah.
I was just kind of,
no, the order is just for expedition.
okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Hearing none, we'll move on to 3C, MS4 public meeting, Monday, June 27th, 5 PM. Administrator Rich.
If you're interested, you can come to the planning zoning meeting. We'll be holding our annual MS4 public hearing. We're required to give one outreach to the community a year explaining what our MS4 requirements are and what our activities are. And that's traditionally held in the planning and zoning, with the Planning and Zoning Commission.
For the hundreds at home and thousands around the world, what is the MSO for?
It is our stormwater and our stormwater management.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions regarding that? Hearing none, we'll move on to 3D, welcome sign insurance claim. Administrator Rich.
So we are wrapping up the claim. The city was able to, with our deductible, we were able to collect just over $3,500 towards the replacement and repair of the sign. And I just wanted to give you an update that hopefully it can be done with time and materials, the things that are going on now, by the end of the summer.
Thank you. Any questions regarding the welcome sign? Hearing none, we'll move on to 5, new business, and we'll go to 5F, Resolution 1822, Irving Community Club grant acceptance. If you'd like to say a few words, you can start off, but you don't? Oh, I don't want to put you on the spot.
No, my name's Kathy Resberg. I'm the CEO of Irving Community Club. But I came tonight when I heard what was happening in case you had questions as to where your playground is at, what else is needed, and where do we fit in with our partnership with the Powerhouse. You know, it's been a 20-year plus partnership for Proctor.
Yes.
So I just was here in case anybody had questions.
Sounds good.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
very
and
much.
we appreciate everything.
Thank you. Thank you.
So in your packet is Resolution 18-22 to accept a grant from the Irving Community Club. The grant is worth $5,000, and it's going to be used to help the playground for everybody. So looking for a motion to approve that resolution.
I make a motion we adopt resolution 1822.
Support.
Councilor Reuter made the motion. Councilor DeWall seconds that. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion passes. Thank you again, Kathy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
That will bring us to 5A, Facilities Management Agreement, Lakehead Racing Association. So in your packet is the Facilities Management Agreement between Lakehead Racing Association, City of Proctor, and the Fair Board. Just looking for a motion to accept the Facility Management Agreement.
So moved.
Councilor Reuter made the motion. Is there a second? I'll second that. Any further discussion?
Oh, Mr. Mayor?
Councilor Johnson made the motion. I'm sorry.
I was just wondering if the city attorney had an opportunity to review the agreement.
I have not.
Okay. And I was just, concerned that the management agreement kind of works.
Actually, Jake, I had an opportunity months ago to review the agreement, so I correct myself, yeah. That's just not immediately before the meeting, though,
So it's
It's
okay
okay,
from
yeah.
what you remember?
It was okay back then, it hasn't
Okay.
changed.
Thank you.
Excuse me, what is your concern though, just in case?
Well, we had a management agreement with the golf course, and we ended up having to pay property taxes on the golf course because it was not written correctly. So I don't know a
That
lot
was-
about
that
the
was
county
probably-
tax, property tax, or the law to.
Yeah, we amended it afterwards, so we corrected that probably, 10, 15 years ago?
So I was hoping that this management agreement might mitigate some of that property tax problems that,
That was
Or
the,
concerns.
that was the intent of this new agreement.
okay, thank you.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion passes. 5B, Ordinance 02-22, Adopting Code of Ordinances. We just had the public hearing on this. We all had time to review, and city staff and Sally did a great job putting this together, so
Yes.
thank them for that. But looking for a motion to approve Ordinance 02-22. I'll make the motion to adopt the Code of Ordinances 02-22. Is there a second? Second by Councilor Johnson. Any further discussion? This will go live then, once this goes,
Yep.
okay, goes to a vote. Hearing any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Oppose? Motion passes. 6C, Police Civil Service Commission recommendation. I did give you an updated Civil Service Commission recommendation in front of you today. Chief Gaddis is in the audience if you got anything to add to the minutes here. But looks like a decision to recommend hiring Jeremy Lemasters once medical and psych exams are passed as a lateral officer with the Proctor Police Department. I'll make the motion to proceed with that hiring, dependent upon those 2 exams, if there's a second.
Second.
Second by Councilor Reuter. Any discussion?
Can you tell us a little bit about this young man?
He's actually a Proctor native, grew up in Proctor, graduated from Proctor, and moving his family back home. So he has 13 years down in Georgia as a law enforcement officer, and wanted to come back.
Thank you. Any other discussion?
And when you say lateral, we're giving him 13 years experience then?
How it fits in with the wording of the contract, where he fits in with that. So.
Okay.
Councilor Benson?
Does he come to us with any special or unique talents, backgrounds, education?
What he has told me, he has witnessed and seen a lot down where he has worked in his department, so yes, very much so. He has a wealth of knowledge, as I say, in his 13 years.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion passes. There's another item on there, number 3. Looking for a motion. You need a motion on that? Or is that something they can do as a Civil Service Commission? Okay. So number 3, I guess we will not need a motion, but we'll discuss it. We do have 2 officers that are out on leave right now. So we're looking to, Civil Service Commission is posting to have a interim sergeant for 120 days, is that correct? Correct. To fill the position, but Chief Gaddis, I'll let you talk about that if you'd like.
Well, ever since February, it's been me. I haven't had a second in command, and usually you try to have someone that could be a second in command, and I would really appreciate the help of having a sergeant on the staff again. And this is interim, so we hopefully within 120 days we figure out what is going on with our staffing issues.
Help relieve some of the pressure.
Correct.
That's fair.
Councilor Benson?
And I don't need to know any names. I was just wondering if you received any applications and how many?
It closes Wednesday at 3.
Wednesday.
Yep.
It's gonna be internal, so.
Okay.
Okay.
Choices.
I misread the calendar.
Well, that's when it closes. Okay.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Hearing none, and Chief Gaddis, number 4 on there is an SRO update. Would you like to talk about that a little bit?
Well, City Administrator and I have talked about it. We want to sit there and meet, but the new superintendent doesn't start until the 1st. We've reached out to them to talk, and have you heard anything? Nope. So we've tried to sit down and talk to them.
Yeah, and it is our goal to have the 2021-2022 SRO report. It would be a nice piece of information to bring into negotiations with the new superintendent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Are there any questions on the SRO update? Hearing none, we'll move on. Thank you, Chief.
Okay.
That'll bring us to 6D, Resolution 16-22, Appointment of Election Officials and Judges. In your packet, Resolution 16-22 lists the 2 officials and multiple judges for this upcoming election season. Looking for a motion to approve Resolution 16-22.
So move.
Counselor Johnson made the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Counselor Reuter. Any further discussion? Administrator Rich.
I just really would like to publicly applaud these people who have volunteered to be judges. There are many, many communities in the area that I know of one community that is having to go to mail ballots because they can't find enough judges. We do not have that problem in Proctor, so it's very thankful for them for stepping up and taking a day, 4 days to help us.
Yep. Awesome. Thank you.
Is-
Counselor Benson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Do you have a breakdown on, are all the judges, not the officials, but the judges from Proctor, are they from Proctor and
No.
outline?
We have a judge from Floodwood and we have a judge from Grand Marais. So we have many judges from Hermantown and then the rest are from Proctor.
Thank you. Any other discussion? I guess I'll echo Administrator Rich's words and thank all the people on this list here. So thanks for volunteering.
Yes.
Any other discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion passes. 5E, Resolution 17-22, grant acceptance for recitation medicine equipment. In your packet is a resolution, grant that Chief Gatus applied for to get some AED equipment in the total of $16,480 from, looks like, the University of Minnesota Center for Resuscitation Medicine Equipment Grant. Looking for a motion to approve Resolution 17-22.
So moved.
Counselor Benson made the motion. Is there a second? I'll second that. Any discussion? Chief, did you have anything to add? Nope. Okay. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion passes. That'll bring us to 6G. Every year we get asked by the CN to participate in National Rail Safety Week, so that in your packet's a proclamation to participate again in that. It will be the week of September 19th to the 25th. Looking for a motion to approve this proclamation.
So moved.
Counselor Reuter made the motion. Is there a second? I'll second that. Any further discussion?
Could we add something in about taconite pellets? Sorry,
Nope.
derailments?
I've had a few.
I'm just being catty. Only because the taconite pellets are hazardous.
Yes, and I believe Administrator Rich is working on that to get those cleaned up a little bit better.
But I'm in full support.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion passes. That'll bring us to 6H, training. Counselor Benson.
I have my notes stuck in my computer, so I apologize. We could remove that until I resurrect them.
Okay. Do you want to table it under old business or
Well,
just
let's-
remove it from the agenda
Let's
altogether?
remove it, please.
Sounds good. And then 5I will contract negotiations. That again, Counselor Benson,
Again,
remove.
yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
That will bring us to 7A, looking for a motion to go into closed session for economic development per Minnesota State Statute
We're also
13.
going to discuss the sale or purchase of real estate, and we're required to close
Oh,
that.
thank you. Under Minnesota State Statute 13D05 subdivision 3. Is there a motion to do so?
So move.
Counselor Johnson made the motion. Is there a second? I'll second that. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion passes. regular city council meeting. I'm looking for a motion to have Administrator Rich continue talks with the developer as discussed in closed session. Go ahead, Counselor.
So moved.
Counselor DeWall made the motion. Is there a second? I'll second that. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion passes. That'll bring us to members' concerns. Counselor Benson.
Thank you. As we all know, the legislature left without passing a tax bill, and part of that was Proctor's sales tax. So I'm not exactly sure where we should go. We have not been granted authority to hold a referendum or a tax vote. Or we could do as we did in the past and just go ahead and hold one and see what happened, and hopefully the next legislature would give it to us. Or we could just kind of put it on hold and see what happens. I still think we should continue planning if we did want to go forward with the proposal, just to put down our reasons why we think it's good. You know, you just the facts. You can't advocate for anything else other than just explain what the proposal's about. We could continue with that and see where the public takes it, how they respond. Well, that's it, Mr. Mayor.
Sounds good. Thank you, Counselor Benson. Counselor DeWall. Nothing from you. Counselor Johnson?
This wasn't done at our last meeting, and it should have been, but I want to thank Counselor Benson and the Memorial Day committee members for putting on a great program on Memorial Day, and the weather wasn't great, but you guys did a really nice job, and it was very nice to be here for that. Thank you.
Well, thank you. I certainly appreciate that. And while we didn't get our flyover, which we had hoped for, we have the paperwork, and all we have to do is change a few lines, and in 2 years, when it's the 50th anniversary of the F-101 being erected, we'll try for a flyover then. So thank you, Counselor.
Thank you, Counselor. Counselor Reuter.
I just have a quick question about the dump property off the Youngstead Road. What are we missing, or what do we need to get that annotation?
That's, I don't know, it's, what is the Department of Transportation saying lately?
Yeah, the issue is the,
Description?
yeah.
What do we have to do to get that straightened out?
Okay, we'll look into it, but Jim, I'm at a loss to tell you why. I mean, that's the legal description with the county recorder's office.
Continue looking into it.
Why don't you put that on the agenda as a reminder to do
Yeah.
something about it this time if we can?
Well-
I mean, it's our property, it should go
Yeah,
through
the
easily
only
enough
thing,
if we.
the only thing that I think we can do to satisfy the Department of Transportation is have SEH draw a legal description based on the actual land.
I thought that they did that, and the Department of Transportation rejected that, too.
I don't remember that.
I
Maybe
think
did.
they
I
did.
mean, what else are we supposed to do? It's a, it's a survey description.
Used a surveyor company like Ulta to,
Could try.
To do
SEH,
the-
I mean, companies like that regularly prepare legal descriptions for people though, too. I mean,
so your thought process is SEH already did that?
Yeah, I
and
think they
denied it.
did, yeah.
So what is the hangup?
who is deciding that in the Department of Transportation?
That's what I want to know. That's a good question. You know, it is on my list still of
Okay.
things to do, so
Well, let's
we will-
talk about it
we'll-
this-
We'll resurrect it and we'll
Yeah.
talk about it.
Just results in more
I mean, if I
changes
buy
to the
that,
map.
if I go buy that, and I use the legal description that's already attached to that from the county, I'll have bought the property. So
Weird.
I understand they're a little bit nitpicky because of the road, the way the road curves, but that's the road.
I think the last time we looked at, we were getting close. Star
Okay.
was getting close to accepting something
All
from
right.
us.
Thank you. I just have a few things. Our next council meeting will be Tuesday, July 5th, due to Independence Day. A reminder, WLSSD meeting is Wednesday, June 29th at 1 PM. If there's a counselor available to go, we made a motion. If anyone's available, we'll send someone, but I don't think anyone was. And then the League of Minnesota Cities Conference is starting, I believe, Wednesday this week in Duluth, so. And yes, Councilor Benson, Memorial Day event was a hit. I'd never heard so many compliments, so good job to you and the American Legion and everyone that participated in that event, so. That's all I have. Attorney Bray,
Nothing.
Administrator Rich,
Nothing, thank you.
thank you. With that being said, we'll entertain a motion to approve the bills in the amount of $115,691.39.
So moved.
Councilor Roeder made the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Sent by Councilor Benson. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Looking for a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you.